Hi there. My name is Via Nusik. I'm your instructor for the intermediate math course. I just want to give you a little bit about myself. My educational history is so first of all, I'm going to try doing these videos maybe every module or every other module. I do have an 8-month-old to contend with, so while that's super exciting, I'm going to try to stay on top of things. This is the first course that I've done with her around, so I'm going to try to do my best to stay on top of things and provide these little videos where I'll just kind of share my thoughts about the module kind of after everybody's responded, just in terms of consolidating thinking and kind of pushing thinking a little bit further. I hope that you get a lot of learning out of this module, out of this course. There'll be a lot of different discussions and a lot of different topics. And I'll put my own spin on them as well with these videos. In terms of my education, I knew that I wanted to be a teacher pretty early on, like during high school. I went to McMaster and I got my math degree from there. I initially went in with a psychology focus, and I enjoyed first year math so much, and the professors and working at a university level, which was very different from my high school experience. In high school, math was all in rows, and everybody was kind of working on their own. And sometimes we pushed our desks together to work with partners, but it wasn't really partnered work. While at university, the way McMaster is structured is our math building is all built of it's all painted with chalkboard paint on the interior. So when you walk through the hallways, professors are working with students standing up at the board, trying to work on problems. Even if when I had a problem with my assignment set, I would go to a professor, they would come out into the hallway, and we'd work together to kind of use my thinking to push it and to get the problem solved. So then that's where I really learned what math is all about and what mathematicians do and how they do math. So I switched into math at McMaster, and I became a math teacher after. I went to OISE for my B.Ed. So I have teachables in math and history. I also have my Spec Ed. I also have my junior qualification. So I have a lot of educational background, but I've also been applying it at my work. So my first job was at Turner Fenton Secondary School, where we have high contingency of vocational level students as well as international baccalaureate students. So really big spectrum of students there. I would start my day some semesters with grade 9 vocational level 1 class, which is kind of developmentally at a grade 3 level, but they're high school students. And I would end it with higher level calculus, which is IB International Baccalaureate Calculus that encompasses most of what you would learn at first year university. So big shift in perspective in education right away at my first job. I became a department head there after 4 years, and then I moved on to help open a brand new secondary school, Castlebrook Secondary School in Brampton, where I was the math department head, with a focus on integrating technology into kind of every day of mathematics, which to me was easy because it's easy to harness the power of technology to solve math problems. And that's what we should be doing. So I played around a lot with Desmos, which is a free online, not just graphing calculator, but a kind of repository of activities for teachers to use. So I got into that. I was there for 3 years, and then I became an instructional coach in Peel, where I worked with teachers at a few high schools and elementary schools to help with their math programming. And now, for the last 2 years, I've been seconded to the Ministry of Education, where I'm a student achievement officer. So I travel around to 3 different boards, mainly Blue Water District up in the peninsula, Bruce Grey Catholic, which is also up in the Bruce Grey Peninsula, and Peterborough Victoria Catholic school boards. So 3 school boards that I help with, and I work with their numeracy coordinators, math consultants, principals, groups, superintendents to help them help teachers to help students to do math more and in a more relevant way. I'm super passionate about math education. I think that it's a beautiful, beautiful subject, but I think that we have to give kids the right motivation and we have to give kids the right entry point. So right now, I'm super passionate about making sure that everybody can play in the sandbox of math. I have a few inspirational people. One of them is Dan Mayer. If you haven't heard of him, he'll come up in the course. And he often says, who feels the love in math class? So that's something that we as teachers should always be asking ourselves. Is the same couple of kids putting up their hands feeling the love, or is everybody able to enter and play? Because it is a beautiful subject, but in a class of 30 students should be doing difficult, rigorous math in a very interesting way. So I believe in students standing up at the board, all of them, all at the same time, working publicly so that there's accountability to their work sharing, a lot like what I experienced at McMaster. And there's a lot of research being done around that type of work by Peter Liljedahl out west. He'll come up in the course as well. So yeah, that's kind of my background, and that's where my passions come from. I really hope you enjoy the course. I will, like I said, I'll try to keep up with these videos as best as I can to kind of summarize thinking and to push thinking forward. And yeah, I encourage you to think about what you want to get out of this course. And if you have any questions at all, you have my cell phone number, you have my email address, use them. That's what they're there for. And I'm looking forward to learning together. Okay, so best of luck, enjoy the course, and I'm sure that I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.